guys, today we are doing the final review for my attempt to mod 1.34.1. Now, if you don't know, 3 hours ago a channel which is named VK136V9I, it's his username and not his nickname, actually reviewed the mod. It's actually a second channel of HC400 Aviation, which you may know since he commented on my video for the link, and he thanked me. But he did miss a detail. It's that I actually modded 3 more textures, and those are terrain textures. As you can see here, the grass is a bit different. Oh no, so I forgot to say that in the video. I forgot to show that. This was before I added the KC400 texture. Oh, and also, if you're wondering where I got this Aer Lingus livery from, I actually got it from the Desert and Liveries mod. Alright, now let's review the snow textures. I think I might have showed it, but I'm not sure. Alright, so I'm gonna show you the sand texture first. We're gonna use the PV40 for this because it's sort of a helicopter and a plane. It's vertical takeoff and landing, and that's been added since I don't know, new 1.29. I'm new to TFS, so I don't really know. As you can see there, your sand is a bit different because I actually found the texture. It's in one of those hash thingies, asset bundles, yeah. And so I modded the texture. Also, if you're wondering what these squares are, for some reason, as it seems like the texture was not seamless, so it turned out like this. And I think I also showed you the modded winter texture, so I'm gonna show you real quick. I think I did show it, but we're gonna do another one. Note that the sand is mostly good quality in the clear day preset. And as you can see, this is in your average snow. I got it from stock photos website. What do they call it, man? Manytextures.com, yeah. It's a site of royalty-free textures. I know it's not a sponsor. 10-year-old me doesn't get sponsors. It's a very small channel, to be honest. Alright. Now we are going to do a delivery, I guess, in a winter preset. Now you can't really notice it, but I think this snow is also not seamless. Not that good. Huh? Hey, what the? I almost stalled this thing. Bro! The touch screen on this... No, you don't... It's not the touch screen to blame. Maybe my fingers are not paying attention to this joystick. The wing rotation thing is quite close to the joystick, actually. Alright. Oh, there's the airport. I generally don't know the difference between Midland and between Midland Airport and Cliffs, because I've not really been to our archipelago. Apparently, that's what they say. If you paid attention if you watch Infinity Aviation's videos too, you might notice I commented on his video about the Jess mod, telling him to review my mod. And now he's gonna ask for the link, I think. I have to check my comments after recording this video. And also, by the way, I have to tell you, ever since 2023, my videos don't even have a script. Like, the script for videos and all stuff like that. I don't think any video has scripts. Though I don't know much about, I don't really watch behind the scenes videos of making videos, because they're not really in there. I might actually tell you how to mod TFS. I mean, this new version seems like, now since I don't know APK signing, I won't tell you how to sign, because in my previous attempt to mod, I did a couple of things wrong. Oh hey, look, these guys actually wait for us. I actually did a thing wrong, and that is I literally put the entire APK into a zip file, because apparently they say APKs are technically zip files in disguise. And that somehow turned out to be true, because it's openable with WinRAR, and that's actually how I modded TFS. Yep, I didn't follow Flying Experiments tutorial, found a way easier one. Basically, I'm gonna tell you before I tell you in another video. Basically, you have to go to Asset Studio and get a sample APK of of 1.34.1 or any version. I say mostly 1.29 and older versions are better with mods. Because back then they didn't have Fulton Skyhooks, so the texture doesn't get messed up. And so you have to go into Asset Studio and select all of the asset bundles. But make sure you disable error messages, because from what I know, it shows a lot of errors for when you try to load all of them, because if you don't know if you don't know what are these though? Oh, isn't this for the gas pump thingy? Yeah, I always forget what to say. Jesus Christ. I mean, I am affected by this brain rot thing so much, I literally forget what I said for the last 3 seconds in my mind. Well, those are effects of brain rot, I guess. Duh. Oh yeah. What I was going to say was that since it doesn't really load shaders, this asset, so you have to turn off errors. Then you try to find a texture 2D file of a livery you want to modify, but make sure that you also check the areas, because if it's like pink, I think it's that part of the livery is moddable, and it means it is able to be modded into the plane. Though I'm not really sure what happens if you change the landing gear texture. I think that's also a thing. And yeah, the other thing I was gonna say is that since they didn't add the Fulton Skyhook back then, modding was a lot easier, especially livery mods. Because, there was no extra Skyhook texture. But then, ever since they added it, modding seems to be a little bit harder, I guess. Oh yeah, versions before Search Camera was added are also quite recommended, according to me, because these versions don't have the Search Camera. Actually, oh my god. Well, the repair shop will fix it. Our MV40 is 1 million light years away from us. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, basically, the reason why I recommend versions before search camera was that if you paid close attention to my KC400 livery, you might have noticed that the search camera for some reason is blue. And that's because the background of the actual texture is literally blue for some reason. And that's why the Skyhook is also blue. Jeez, I yap too much. Oh, damn. Why are the in-person guys' hands so damn long? That's insanely weird. What the... That is insane. Oh. Well, okay. Maybe it's a bug or something? Like reaching blocks in like Minecraft to mine them. Alright, delivery has been done. I have an idea. What if we literally taxi this guy to the in-person guy? I mean, this Turbo Lines guy is currently departing from the gate, so we'll just go up the taxiway. Yeah, I think we could take off. No, we're at 50 miles an hour. We can't take off. But, oh, here's the in-person guy. Hello, in-person guy. I hope you're okay. Alright. So, we are going to go. I'm gonna do a cut real quick. Because why not? Alright, now I didn't do the flight in that time. But I had to say something. Because one of my parents just arrived from, I guess, uni, whatever they call it. University. I think uni is just a shortened version. But I don't really know that much good of an English. Also, if I could find out how you could do recordings for live streams, I might do one actually. So, Jesus Christ, this VTOL system is quite slow. I mean, it's only just for takeoffs. This plane is not a helicopter or something. So, also apparently a couple of years ago, the 1.3 community mod had a virus in it. And the good thing is I haven't even tried any of the community mods, so I might review it. Landing gear speed warning. Yeah, the XC40 variants are quite fast actually, if you ask me. For some... Yeah, we are too far away for approach. What the... Okay. What if we could... Alright. What if we do a forward floating landing? Why do I think the pivot point always gets... I mean, the floating point always gets changed for when you do forward floating. That's insanely a weird, like, I don't know, what do they call it? Feeling. Yeah, I always tend to feel that forward floating also changes the floating point. Alright. I actually thought of recording my own ILS numbers, but I didn't even decide to do that because I don't really know how to replace them. So apparently you have to start an an entirely new Unity project for that to work. 10. Alright. Jeez, I think that thing forward floating makes you quite dizzy. What's my feeling, but oh my god. Well, guys, I'm gonna go charge my phone real quick. Let me put in the charger, so I'll be back. Alright, charger's been connected, so we're gonna taxi. Alright, where was our apron? Isn't it occupied by turbo lines by now? That's what I think. Please don't be occupied by turbo lines. Yeah, it's actually my fault because I set the parked aircraft density to max. And so that's one reason. Oh, I have an idea. What if we could transport the matching vehicle? Oh my god. Alright. I actually didn't know 1.34.1 was moddable, but as it seems like the reason why they didn't mod this version is probably because of the great downfall of TFS mods. I mean, they pretty much had viruses in them, I think. No, I think that was just a 1.3 community mod. Alright, now let me show you the problems with my HC400 livery. We are going to put this guy and this guy too. I'm going to show you the problems. Look, why is the Skyhook blue? That is so stupid. What? Damn. What? Yeah, I actually found the deploy texture the deploy animation for the HC400 for the Skyhook. Yeah, I actually didn't know that liveries have a Skyhook texture. Just like if you're modding 1.34.1, just remember, if there's some extra textures near the rudder part, that corner, it means this aircraft supports the Skyhook. And that's exactly one of the problems I showed you in my other review video. Look at this. Look. And that's apparently, I guess, one of the reasons they can't really mod 1.34.1. Alright. Currently, though, I've only modded the summer grass and the winter snow and the sand textures. But I might update the mod soon enough. But yeah, we're gonna do a final recap of the liveries and then I'll basically just end the video. I mean, it's been 19 minutes of recording, as I can see. Okay, for the C400, we have turbo lines. For second alternate livery, we have KC400. For the second alternate livery of the MC400, we have this leaked AC400 texture. Actually, it's still in the game files, but I still chose to put it. Also, this thing does have a proper search camera texture, so that's surprising. I mean, not really surprising considering real gunships in real life do have search cameras. Or maybe they don't. I'm not a military expert. I mean, military plane expert. So, leave it to someone else to answer that question. And You might, I think I told you this in the starting of the video. Yeah, I told it. It's from the Desert and Liveries mod. All textures are pretty much normal. All textures, I mean. Every single one. I kept most of the vanilla liveries to make this a fair mod, I guess. And also, I actually got some assistance from AI, I guess. That's why they call it an assistant. They don't make entire stuff for you. They're just there to assist. I actually found out that, yeah, I think I told this in my previous video. If you don't want to sign the Android package, you can just zip line it and overwrite it. Because apparently, if you want to give a new package name, you have to apparently sign it with another key. And so that's all for the video. Goodbye.